Hello guys, Angry Sweet here. So this story came up this week. It's fucking hilarious. Uh, this guy here, Paulo Roberto, he's an old boxer, I think, and he's been on TV several times, and I kind of like him. He has no filter for bullshit people and bullshit comments, basically. So he posted this comment: "Boobs prove the men can focus on two things at once," and it's kind of hilarious and awesome actually. And it's kind of a joke against men because the usually saying, at least here in Sweden, is that men can only focus on one thing at once, and if we do two things, shit will happen. And this is our feminist party, biatch, and she got fucking mad about this comment. Uh, Mainly because she's an old drunk bitch that is stupid. So she felt offended. He said something about boobs, I guess, cause she has flat fucking chest and like those tax ears going down to the kneecaps, basically. Ugly ass, probably. So this bitch got offended from the feminist party, and just to give you a comparison, last year when a wheelchair-bound woman got raped by 5 fucking immigrants, she didn't say a word. For several hours, this woman got raped, and then they got released, and people got mad and demonstrated outside the court, I think. And then this bitch with her party planned to do or demonstrated at the same time against racism because people got mad a woman in a fucking wheelchair got raped. So this bitch here called those people racists. It was families with children and stuff demonstrating against this behavior, and she thought, no, we're gonna demonstrate against racism. She didn't care about the fucking woman in a wheelchair. She don't care at all. She's a fucking hypocrite. Her name is Gudrun Schyman, by the way. Don't forget that name. One of the most retarded women in Sweden, and she is a politician of one. And to give you another example, she hadn't said a fucking word about massive rapes going up. And last year we had over 6,000 rapes reported, and only 300 something got to court. She hadn't said a fucking word about it. And this is the problem in Sweden. We have men in pussy hats in our government, basically. And women goes to Iran, political women or women wearing hijabs or headscarves, and they call themselves a feminist government, bending over to Islam. That is actually forcing women to use that fucking shit. And I promise they did not choose to wear it because they don't wear it in Sweden. But as fast they went to Iran, oh well, it's their culture was the excuse. Well, it's a culture, sure, but you don't have to bend over to a culture. That's the fucking difference. And the culture is basically religion, and their religion says you must have a headscarf as a woman. And of course, they bent over right away. Good thing we have seen the French, I think French political woman that was some, I don't know where she was, Le Pen or something like that. She refused to fucking have that on her head, and basically stood up as a woman and said, fuck your fucking religion, I don't give a fuck, so fuck you. And that's what feminism is about. They shouldn't bend over to fucking religion. Religion is an ideology or a thought have nothing to do about how you should dress. And this fucking bitch should know better in general. Man, I'm so mad about this fucking country. It's going fucking down fast. So, in other stories I can bring up, we had 5 murders in Stockholm this week, or last week. Among 2 of them was a couple, a man and a woman, and they found, I think, the man in outside on the parking lot, and a woman in a staircase with her throat cut all from both sides, so the main arteries were cut off basically. So they basically cut off her head, and the reason they did it, these nice immigrants, by the way, they laughed in the court. They fucking laughed at it. They thought it was fun to kill people. That kind of shows how these people don't fit in our community. I'm not saying everyone, but they should fucking do a psychological evaluation on these people that comes here, especially from those countries. They seemed very fucked up. And I can understand war fucks people up. It's not that, but before you fucking put them in the community of normal fucking people, at least check them out, for love of God. So, the reason they got killed was they were witnesses for finding out a drug factory, basically. So, to swipe away any evidence, they got killed. And another issue or murder this week was actually on a school. A 13-year-old and another supposedly 13-year-old cut down one of the boys, and he died in fucking school. And it wasn't a school attack, so was just anger bitch fit in school. And yeah, when I grew up, I didn't hear shit like that, or shit like that didn't happen. You just don't kill people. That's the main part, basically. But yeah, and the government are trying to push into us that, well, immigrants have nothing to do with rapes, for example. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Why did we have around 200 rapes in 1975, and now we have 6,000 per year? No, it has nothing to do with immigrants, have it? No. Swedish men just got tired and started raping women, right? That's what changed. Suddenly the Swedish man didn't have respect for women. I'm not saying all Swedish men are fucking saints. We have fucking idiots that are Swedish men too. But yeah, you have to admit that you see some fucking connection, right? But yeah, they're trying to brainwash the people and hide information in the mainstream media. And they're not quiet about it either. That's the funny part. If you know the story about Peter Springare, the police chief actually has sent out a message to all the other cops now, because he is afraid that more cops will come out and stand tall, basically, and tell the fucking truth. So he actually sent out a message to them to shut the fuck up, basically. That's how our so-called democracy is in Sweden. Isn't it beautiful? It's not democracy, though. It's dictatorship, with the government as the dictator. stealing money from the poor. We have old people living in fucking barracks now. Fucking sad, man.